Hey there, Otaku Ken-chan, back with another episode of Go Mega Otaku Gamer Alpha. Today we're going to take a look at not a console, but a peripheral. And this is keeping with the theme that we had for my last episode on the mobile gaming with the tablets and the phones and all that. This is a peripheral that was winner of E3 Best New Hardware. Probably last year, I'm assuming. Today we're going to take a look at the MOGA Pro Power Bluetooth controller. Now, as I said, this thing was, where is it here? Winner of E3 Best New Hardware. I'm assuming that means last year's E3. This is the MOGA Pro Power design. And this company, MOGA, makes several different controllers. And we're going to take a look at this one. And then we're going to take a look at some devices that we're going to try this out on. But first, let's look at the controller. It looks like your standard controller that you find like on an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One or whatever. Okay, you have your rocker switch here. This is a syncing switch, it looks like. I just got this yesterday. I got this at Best Buy. And I'll say right now that I got little or no help. I went in there asking for an HDMI out solution for a tablet and a controller solution. I was going to get a mini USB or micro USB adapter out to I could plug a controller into, and I got next to no help at all. I ended up just kind of wandering around myself until I found this. But this is kind of cool, and I'm glad I found it. And you have a select switch here and a start switch here, 2 sticks, rocker switch here, A, B, and X, Y buttons here, standard outside bumper switches here, clickers, your power, and your you can use this to actually charge a phone while you play if you like. It basically uses this as its charging base. It'll suck it right out of this, and then this will be dead. But technically, as it says on the box, it charges your phone while you play. Whoop-de-doo. So, and then this, of course, folds up, and this thing slides up and down here and pulls in, and you slide your phone in there, which I'll show you then. This switch in here is an AB. Now, this gets kind of complicated as to... Whoops, that was on the whole time. This gets kind of complicated as to what this switch is. This is for one setting of Bluetooth connectivity. This is for another setting. I'm not sure I understand all of it. I'll read you the instructions to this. And I'll let you know that the instructions aren't as easy as they make it sound. They make it sound like you can just very easily, connect this thing. It connects easily to certain devices. Some devices don't have such an easy time with it. And that's pretty much it. It's a rechargeable battery, as I said. You plug it into your computer to charge it up, and then there's another. Basically, this is where the controller charges up, and this is how you charge out to charge your phone or whatever device you're using. You can charge a tablet too. I don't know if it'll charge it up all the way. This does take a while to charge this thing. For the first time I charged mine, I put it in when I got it, and it wasn't so like hours later that it was charged. It could be just because it was for the first time. But we're going to look at this on how it works with several different devices. Now, this controller also comes with this funky little stand that you see here, the MOGA stand for tablets. Now, the three devices we're going to take a look at, this is a Lenovo IdeaTab S6000. That's one of the devices. This is a Samsung Galaxy S3. And an Acer Iconia A500, which, you saw this and this phone in my last video. This is a new tablet that I picked up last week. It is an entertainment and gaming tablet. It's a quad-core machine with, I got 32 gig on this one and then another 32 gig in the slot. So, before I get too much into that, this isn't a review of this tablet, but it's made for gaming, basically, with gaming in mind. So, let's go into this. Actually, let's talk about this tablet first and the kind of problems that I had syncing this controller. Now, when I went into my settings here and I synced the thing for the first time. You see the MOGA Pro 2 on there. When I followed the instructions, the way that the instructions tell you to do this, and I'm going to read this to you here, I ended up with actually two devices synced to this tablet. So it wouldn't sync to the thing then, and I couldn't play any games because it actually had two different devices it could pair to that were the same thing. Anyhow, that caused a problem, and it took me forever to figure out what I was doing wrong so that I could get this to do this. The phone, on the other hand, it synced right to it. It was real quick and real easy. Had no problem. And the Acer Iconia tablet, I had very little problem with as well. It went right to it. It didn't bother me. This Iconia tablet, of course, I have connected to this television here. This practice, for the most part, replaces a PC that I had in here that had Windows XP on it that had to go. It's now, that PC is now a Linux box that I fart around with and screw around with just to, see what I can get out of it with Linux on it. But anyway, this is this arrangement here, and we're going to take a look at these and what it looks like and how it plays. Now, this, of course, is a gaming review show, but we're not actually going to review the games today. You've seen most of these games. That's not the point of it. The point of this is to show you this. Okay, we're going to go, whoops, that's not what we want to do. We installed the MOGA, yeah, there it is. MOGA Pivot, it's called. You go online, you go on in the Play Store, and you download your MOGA Pivot. And we're going to switch this, okay, to A, and you'll notice green light there, and these suckers are flashing blue. Okay, now when we start this, this should give us the control that we need here, and you'll see or notice that the green light stays on, but the flashing lights have stopped, and we're now in slot number 1 here. Okay, so I'm going to wiggle the sticks here to let you know that we have synced, and we are ready to rock and roll. Okay, we got through the title screen there, and all I'm going to do here is hit on this thing, the A button. It says play there, and that starts. Okay, this is synced. It's retrieving the player data here on the big screen also, and we're in. This takes a little while to load up. Okay, it's saying look area, that's this stick here. Okay, that's synced. It's saying move with the other stick. Okay, that's synced. Now with this is dead trigger 2. You actually have to if you're gonna move, you actually have to if you're gonna use this weapon automatically hits people and stuff. You have to go into, you have to hit the pause, which is that. Now we're going to go over to options. And I'm doing this all from the stick. You see I'm not touching the screen. Go down to auto fire, and we're going to fix this so that we have to manual fire with iron sight. Okay, and then we have to come up on here and hit back, and then we can go over here and hit back, and this will free up the weapon. Now I don't know if you see here, I have to if I hit this stick, it swings it and all that stuff. So that's synced. Let's sync to the Acer, okay? And when you set this up, as I said, I'll read you the instructions. I think I'll do that before I go to the next thing. Now, these are the instructions here, and it can be, they give you this thing here to help you get to the Pivot app quickly. It can be this easy, but it wasn't really this easy. Not on this Lenovo gaming tablet. It says, download, run, and install the MOGA Pivot app. Insert phone into the MOGA arm. Okay, and if it's not a phone, then of course you don't insert it. You put it, if it's a tablet, you put it on the stand. They don't mention that. And that's step 2. And then step 3 is game on anywhere, which tells you nothing. Okay, download, insert your phone, and then game on. Well, it's not that simple. Some of this stuff doesn't pair up right. Like I said, with this tablet here, I had a hell of a time because it wanted to pair when I followed the instructions, okay, that are beyond this. When you run the app, you follow the instructions on the screen. When you follow those instructions, you may end up with 2 different MOGA controllers that are paired to this, even though you only have one, and that's the problem I had with this Lenovo tablet. Okay, now I had to basically, and I think, well, let's see if both of them are still in there. Bluetooth, and no, just the MOGA Pro 2. I unpaired the other one. That's what happened. So we end up, but it shows like a screen here, like it's another. The other MOGA, the Pro 2 HID that it had in there, had a picture of a joystick, like an old-fashioned joystick, like a stick thing, not a gaming pad. But it had that for that. But now we're down to at least this MOGA Pro 2 that's paired to this. My Bluetooth is on, so we're going to come out of there. We're going to go over to the MOGA Pivot. Now I'm going to turn this on to the green here. There, to the green side. Gives you a green light. If you go to the B, it gives you an orange light. Okay, so now that's running. I start the MOGA Pivot on here. Hopefully this doesn't give me any more problem. And this is a pretty cool rig. Yeah, see here, it wants me to turn this on. Okay, well, it's ready. So we say MOGA is ready, and it says it's searching. Okay, it says it's connecting. And we'll know when the blue light stops flashing. It says congratulations. Okay. The blue light on here is not flashing anymore. From the 4, I'm player 1. So we continue to the MOGA Pivot app, and voila. Now, with the app here, these are my games. This is the store. Okay, and then I'm in the store now. So here's these are the featured. And then they have A through Z and then categories. And this is neat because it takes you right to MOGA enhanced games that are ready for controllers. Okay, that are ready for this MOGA controller, which is nice. We're going to close this thing. Okay, so you don't have to wonder, gee, I wonder if this game will work with this controller or not. You have a settings thing here. You can search for games here. You can hook another controller. I do believe you can put more than one controller on here. There's my controller. It's a green A. And boom! Here's the crapulence that I have on here. So, that works with this MOGA controller. Okay, so we did Dead Trigger. Let's do something else on here. What about everybody's favorite Grand Theft Auto? So, So let's turn down the volume before we end up with music that we don't want. Okay, no music, please. Silence. Now, here we are, blah, blah, blah. Oh, my hands are messed up. I can't drive. Yeah, okay. I'm going to sit in the back seat, though. I'm not sitting up front with you because I'm not your boyfriend. Now, see? Here I am. Going to move him around. See? And this is all being done thanks to the Bluetooth. Okay, then we walk him over there, and what's the button that we hit? Is it this? No, he just jumps when I do that. But, you see here, there he gets in, and then you can drive this way, and you see that it's synced. Okay, so that's the MOGA controller with this tablet. Now we'll take a look at how it works with the S3 and what it looks like with a phone. Okay, so we will take the phone and we will give it a little bit of juice here and we'll do this. Okay, we're all squared away, we're all connected. Phone's connected to the device and we're going to hit the MOGA thingy. MOGA Pivot app. I'm going to turn this on. Let's say MOGA is ready. Searching. Okay, so it finds it. We go to this. Now, when you connect this for the first time, they give you a free copy of Pac-Man, which is kind of cool. Now, here's what it looks like on the phone. Same thing, basically. I hit the controller icon there, and this is what I have on here. Controller-wise. Oh, look, here's the Conduit HD. I'm going to try that later. Not going to do that right now. I'm going to go with the free game that they gave me here. This is some Pac-Man for you on the phone. And this is what this looks like, of course. You end up with something like this. And the phone's on there pretty good. It's pretty snug. I'm not, worried about it going anywhere. See, look at the weight of the phone weighs it forward. But then it snaps back. So, we're all right with that. So, then we just start this. I'm going to turn this volume down so we don't have any music there, because you never know. And lo and behold, we're packing and we're manning and we're doing the packy and the manny and all that crap. Okay, so you see how well and how easily this syncs. It can be a pain, but it doesn't have to be. So, at the end of the day, it's a pretty cool device, really. It's synced to all three of our devices. It's synced to our Lenovo tablet. It's synced to our Samsung Galaxy S3 phone. And it's synced to our Acer Iconia A500. So, the most problem, of course, being this, as I explained, although you didn't get to see any of that today, that was something I spent a good portion of yesterday slapping around to make that so that wasn't like that. Anyhow, I'm going to recommend this to people who like to game on their phones or their tablets. It's a good solution for someone who wants to plug in and play the games with a controller. They're making fewer and fewer tablets anymore with ports on them for things. The whole idea is supposed to be wireless, as I'm told, and that's a good idea as long as you have a solution for these things. So I can have a decent controller. Because a lot of times, for me anyway, touchscreen controls just don't cut it. So I'm going to recommend this for anyone who is a serious gamer on their portable, on their mobile. I give this an 8 out of 10. It could connect a little easier. The instructions and troubleshooting could be a little better too. I didn't see much in the way of troubleshooting for help as far as how to really figure out what's wrong and get to the point. It does say that it works with Android. It works with Android 2.3 and above smartphones and tablets. For the Android people out there, this is the way you want to go for a Bluetooth full-blown controller solution for gaming. It's the MOGA Pro Power controller.